Cricket is my passion and I cannot avoid it.
With India leading the series 2-1 and the World Test Championship online, to discuss what's going to happen in the fourth Test match, I have Naresh as well as Gurkirat from the Bharat Army family. Let's see how the Test match pans out. And we go with Naresh with the first question. Naresh, the last Test match of the series, the World Test Championship online. Will India be under pressure?
No, not at all. They are in a commanding position. They've come back from behind after losing the first test, winning the next two. Definitely India is in a commanding position, but they would want to dominate by winning this game and move ahead to the World Test final.
Gurkirat, England, even though out of the World Championship, they can still spoil India's party by making the series 2-all and go home by being happy that they have not lost the series.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, any team that comes to India and goes back, having drawn the Test series would be very, very proud of their performance, considering how India, perform at home. If you see the last whole decade, the only team that has beaten India in India has been England in 2012. And in the last whole decade, India has only lost 4 Test matches. So if England are able to win 2 Test matches and draw the series, it is nothing short of a victory for them, considering how dominant India have been at home.
All right. Naresh, from pink ball to red ball, you think the wicket will play differently, or the curator must have got a bit of black and is going to dish out a flat wicket? What do you say?
No, it's going to be a turning track. But yes, a red ball would not turn much comparatively to the pink ball, but definitely it's a turning track. And I think India will have the similar plan like it was in the 3 Test matches, 3 spinners and 2 seamers. But yeah, it will not be a big turner because it can be really counterproductive of Indian batsmen also not doing well. We saw that in the pink ball test, India getting bowled out for 145. So our number 3, 4, 5 badly need a big knock, Pujara, Virat, and Rahane. So from that perspective, I think it will be a balance.
Gurkirat, will England welcome the red ball after what happened in the pink ball test match?
Not only England, but both the batsmen from both the sides will welcome it because, like Naresh mentioned, the ball was skidding a lot in the previous Test match. I don't see a lot of changes in the pitch. What I've heard is that it is possible that it might be a flatter pitch because India are going to go through to the WTC even if it's a draw. So I think having the red ball will definitely make change the dimensions of the game and the Test match, but it will still turn. Can't be so sure as to at what pace it will turn because it is surely not going to skid as much as what the pink ball was skidding because of the extra lacquer that it has.
Now, Gurkirat has put in my mind, right, saying that India still has a chance even if it draws the test match. Will India play with that mindset, Naresh?
Not at all. This team is not having that kind of a mindset in any test match and wherever they play. We have seen that they want to win every game, whether it's overseas or at home. But yes, they want to stretch it with all the possibilities of winning as much as they can. But if that possibility is not there, is when that thought of the draw would come in. We saw that in Sydney until the last day, until Rishabh Pant's knock was inside. Unfortunate injury to Vihari. They settled for a draw, but that is not something which the team would go with a mindset. It's a complete attacking, aggressive, want to win mindset.
Gurkirat, both the spinners have been calling the shots, but Akshar Patel has stood out in the last 2 Test matches. He's had a dream debut and his average is almost under 10. How do England tackle him?
They have to look to play him late because I think where they're getting stuck is either play him late or keep playing for the ball that comes in because I think where they're getting stuck is that they're trying to play him from the crease, which is a no man's land because you're not neither fully forward nor fully back. And when you're playing from the crease, you're sort of waiting for to react after the ball has pitched, and they're not sure where the ball is going to come. And in that case, it is always better to play for the ball which is going to come in and attack the stumps, which is what good batsmen also do when they're unsure of where the ball is going to come in when it's reversing. So I think that is one thing that they would have to rely to. They'll have to sort of play for the ball that comes in, because a lot of dismissals to Akshar have been to the balls that have come in straight from the angle rather than the ones that have gone away. I think that is where they have to work on.
Naresh, so far Aksar has had his say. I would like to say he's not been tested yet. Imagine a decent wicket prepared. How is Aksar going to cope? And the red ball.
And that is where unfortunately he was injured for the first test. He was a first choice with Ashwin, especially in absence of Jadeja. And we went with Nadeem, which turned out to be a wrong choice. That's fast. But what test 2 and the pink ball test has done is giving so much confidence to Aksar. He would psychologically play on the English batsman. So he would start as a front runner to do well again. Yes, it's going to be the straighter one where he was very effective. He would continue to do that, and I think England would be extra watchful. So Aksar is going with his tail up, as you say, with this kind of performance in the last 2 days.
Gurkirat, I remember last time when we discussed England's squad, I felt that they missed by not playing an extra spinner. You see any changes in England's squad?
I'm not sure. I think they are going to rotate their pacers. I still don't think that they're going to play a Dom Bess, because they're clearly not confident with his control, and with how Joe Root has bowled in the previous test. He also got a couple of wickets in Chennai on day 2. When India were batting first. So I think they have some confidence in Joe Root's bowling as well. And also, again, like I said previously, Joe Root bowls with a trajectory which is very similar to Akshar. It's a flatter trajectory where batsmen don't get enough time to come down the track or play him off the pitch. With Dom Bess, he's more of a conventional spinner who looks to flight the ball. Where again, the lack of control could come in and help Indian batsmen. So I don't see them playing another spinner. I just think that they might rotate their pacers. Probably one of Mark Wood or Oli Stone could come in, or probably both. With other 2 pacers being rested. It purely depends on how they are viewing the long-term workload management of their pacers.
Naresh, with Bumrah opting out of this test match, who will be India's second seamer?
So it's, as I said, it's going to be similar to the second test. Mostly Umesh Yadav would come in, though Siraj played in the second test. But with Umesh named for these 2 tests and his fit, Umesh would partner Ishan. There are news about Kuldeep coming back for Washington Sundar. So that would be the 3 spin and 2 pace attack which India will stick to. But a couple of shows back, we discussed about what is Hardik Pandya doing in the side. And I did mention that if he's bowling in the nets, maybe he's getting ready for the 4th test. That's something which India should consider. Can Hardik Pandya come in if Ashwin and Akshar are felt good enough to get 20? So you go with 2 seamers, 2 spinners, and Hardik as someone who can bowl at least 3 or 4 overs in between. And I think that is something he must be bowling the next. So that could be the possibility coming into day after.
Gurkirat, do you think India will chance playing a Pandya in a must-win, or rather a match where they cannot afford to lose?
No, I don't think that's happening. I see Umesh coming in for sure in place of Bumrah. The other change could be down to how the pitch is, because we saw how Kuldeep had bowled in Chennai, and we saw that in the pink ball test, India went for extra batting. If the pitch is similar to what it was in Chennai, say the first test or the second test, if it's similar to the one in first test where it was not a big turner and a slow turner, then I think India are much more suited to go in with both Siraj and Umesh, because what they give you is something which you will lack with the spinners, because we have seen when the ball goes soft, your spinners also struggle, and that is where Umesh Yadav becomes lethal with his reverse swing and his pace. And at the same time, what Siraj also provides along with Umesh is that the three paces, Ishant, Umesh, Siraj, they can bowl to the stumps and contain Joru, which was missing in the first test when India played both Sundar and Nadeem. So if it's not a Ryan Turner, I like India to play three pacers and two spinners in preferably Akshar and Ashwin. If it is a Turner, then I want India to stick with the three spinners and just bring Umesh in for Bumrah.
That's a very bold call from Gurkirat. India going with three spacers if it's not a ranked turner. Let's see what happens. Last question, guys. Naresh, long time. It's been rather 8 test matches now. We are in the group play after the Australia series. Just 300s. That is, we had Rahane scoring 100 in Melbourne. Then Ashwin scoring 100 along with Rohit Sharma. It's time Virat Kohli due for 100.
Oh yes, and that's what it's about. Pujara, Kohli, and Rahane. This test match, and that's where I feel it won't be a big turner of a wicket. Maybe you see turns starting from the second day or so. But yeah, it's going to be the same thing when the toss and bats first. But it's these three are due for a big score. It's badly needed because after this you directly go and play the final at Lords or maybe some other stadium in the UK. So yeah, these top order batsmen need big scores because I don't see there would be any changes to those top 5 or 6 until the finals or for the rest of the UK tour.
Gurkirat, scoreline for you at the end of this test match?
I have to go with 3-1.
All right. Wonderful analysis by our Bharat Army fan Gurkirat and Naresh. We are all excited about this last test match line for where India can make it to the World Test Championship, or will England spoil India's party? We look forward for the post match with our fantastic analyst. Thank you very much, guys.